Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about Vinco Ventures, going with the ticker BBIG. Now, this is not the first time we talked about this one. We've been talking about it for months. Now, for this video, we're going to give you due diligence updates, technical analysis, and what we think is going to happen next. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So Vinco Ventures. Now, my last video is in the description below if you'd like to check that out, but let's dive right into the latest news. So the latest news comes in on September 21st, 2021. So it's a little bit outdated, but it's some exciting news. So Vinco Ventures and Immersive Entertainment launches the first NFT streaming movie soundtrack and score produced by the Grammy winners Mas Keith and Adrian L. Miller. So Karen movie soundtrack will be available exclusively on enft.com. Featuring music from world-renowned artists such as Celio Green V, Bozeman, Coda DeFriend, and Knox Brown, featuring Anderson .Paak. So basically, BBIG, which is a leader in selective acquisition leveraging new market opportunities, today announced that its subsidiary, EVNT platform, Immersive Entertainment, will launch the world's first NFT streaming movie soundtrack with Grammy winners Mas Keith and Adrian L. Miller of A Tiny Universe ATU. So ATU's co-owner Keith and Miller have announced that the Karen movie soundtrack will exclusively be available on www.e-nft.com platform. The movie's 11th record soundtrack, featuring music from the world-renowned artists, as I did mention, this one here will be available to be purchased at $3 per album or per soundtrack, the general soundtracks, and will remain available on sale until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 21st. ATU is also offering a limited edition version of the NFT featuring 3 music videos, 9 pieces of art, special message from the film directors Coke Daniels, and downloadable score in addition to the soundtrack. Limited edition will sell for $20 with only 5,000 available. So that's the website that you're going to be looking at here, and it basically shows you what we just talked about. So it tells you here, first, get the ENFT Karen, the movie soundtrack, and more. You also still have the Tory Lanez historic ENFT album drop, and you can buy it off their marketplace. But it was initially put at $1 per album at 1 million copies. Now for this one, it's a little bit different. So you have it available for the open edition, $3 per purchase or $3 purchase until October 21st, 2021. And this includes 11 soundtracks produced by Adrian Miller and Mas Keith. And the limited edition here is $20 limited to 5,000 until sold out. And we already mentioned what it includes. Now, what it appears to me is that you're still able to go ahead and buy this limited edition. This could be an error. If you've tried to buy it and it didn't let you do so, mention it down in the comments below so we actually know. Now, myself, I didn't sign up an account with them, but it looks like it does let you go through with at least the next page when you're saying buy limited. Otherwise, it might just say sold out. But anyway, so this is kind of the platform. It is available, and I do assume that after you buy it, it will be available to be put into the marketplace as it was for the Tory Lanez historic ENFT album. And as you get to see, you're able to go towards the marketplace and take a look into buying it. I believe the lowest I've seen it in the last 2 weeks was around $1.25. Currently, it does show you different amounts of prices, but I think it goes all the way up to millions. Some people are very ambitious, but the lowest is $1.17, which is around, I'd say, 17% actual profit. So it was previously $1, now $1.17. So it is still modest one as compared to what it was a few days after it was released. It went for $5. Now, on other things that we want to take a look is institutional buyers and SEC filings. But before doing so, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and leave notifications on for this channel. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video as it helps my channel a lot, and you can join our Discord where we're not trying to sell you on anything, in the description free below. Now, institutional buyers. We don't have any new activity on institutional buyers. The last one was from Versa Capital, where they liquidated around a third of their assets, that's around 94,000 shares, at a value of around 374,000 shares, apparently, out of their entire share bucket. So they really reduced a little bit of their average there, and in term or reduced the percentage of their shares in general. Now on the SEC filings, this is coming in towards the meeting that is coming up, I believe on October 14th it was, and basically this is in relations towards the votes, and proposal number 4 kind of was intriguing. The proposal number 4 said its approval for purpose of complying within the NASDAQ listed rule, the following insurance the connection with the conversion of exercises or conversions or exercises warrants issued on June 4th, 2021 to purchase up to 27.8 million shares at an exercise of $3.30 per share, and $120 million principal amount of senior secured convertible notes convertible into shares at an exercise price of around $4 per share, and warrants issued on July 22nd, 2021, and it continues going on. So basically, these are excessive amounts of warrants and offerings that were actually mentioned onto here, hundreds of millions of dollars, as I did mention before. So yes, this is a part of some sort of dilution. You also have September warrants, so you're able to see on September 1st, 2021, the company entered into an agreement, a warrant exercise agreement that is, with investments pursuant to which the investments or investors exercised their warrants that were issued on May 24th, 2021. And then held by investors for 6.9 million shares at an exercise price set on May 24th, 2021. And basically, the exercise price was around $9 per share. And so, is that adding to the flow? Yes, technically, it is also a part of the dilution that already happened. A lot of people have been talking about it, whether it's dilution or not. A lot of this was shaked off by the market and wasn't really impacted, but the flow is actually higher than what is currently reported, and it's actually even removed on FinViz. Shares outstanding is 35 million. I doubt that this is accurate. Now let's move on towards technical analysis and talk a little bit further about this one. Now from a technical analysis perspective, what we're seeing here is that BBIG in itself, yes, took a bit of a slump recently, but currently, what we're seeing is that it escaped the trading action zone where most positive reversals occur. That's between the 790 and the 662. If it does get back into within that channel, you might see a very easier potential for a bullish reversal. But currently what we're seeing is that the stock is heavily sold based on the Williams percent R, which is very similar to the relative strength index, and the MACD is showing a very strong negative trend currently undergoing, as momentum as well gone towards the negative side. Both of these are really scary things to see if you're especially holding the stock. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both pinpointing downwards, suggesting that there is very strong momentum to this bearish move. The Bollinger Bands are expecting this one to trade between 1158 and 427. On the moving averages bands, this one is expected to trade between 872, 792, and 713. But what we see is volumes have been really drying up. It's almost pre-movement volumes, and that is a bit of a warning sign, because all it takes is a little bit of panic selling and this one can drop fast significantly. Now, in terms of Fibonacci retracements, what we're seeing onto this one is a support that is very critical of this 611. Below there, 460. Resistances are at 733, 854, 1028, and 1249. If we're taking a look in terms of price line actions, we're able to see that this is currently having a support somewhere closer towards, I would say, the 622. Below there is 599. Anywhere below there, you're looking at 534, and then downwards to 408, going downwards to 330, and downwards to 270. Resistances 657, 699, 764, 840, 878, 930, 963, 1042, and up to 1109. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, it is very clear for this one that is currently struggling into getting back into momentum for this price action. I did mention in my last video that there was some warning signs of it to slump, and it did go from $8 down to $6.24. So I do anticipate for it to start accumulating very close between the $6 range and the $5.28 range. And it really would take massive news to kind of push this one forward. I think that it's going to be a little bit of a snooze fest in terms of volume from here until perhaps the second week of October, or before October 25th, before the TYDE dividends spin-off for the shares. So what do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.